Jai Shri Ram. The Uttara Gita. I decided that we will discuss the most important shlokas of the Uttara Gita. Take the sar, the essence, the quintessence. Quintessence. Quintessence means the sar. So, the sar of the Uttara Gita. What I did was, I wrote down all these shlokas. You can see. This is one of my hobbies, penmanship. Penmanship. Penmanship means good handwriting. Calligraphy is the art of handwriting. I'm not a calligraphist. I'm fortunate that I have a good handwriting thanks to my high school Hindi teacher who spent several months teaching us how to write well. I mean, write the letters well. And as a result of that, we passed many exams, though there was no content in what we wrote. So, our Hindi teacher in high school laid so much emphasis on good writing, aesthetic script. So, here is one more. So, you can probably take a screenshot. This is one more shloka. So, I'm doing some serious research because here is one more. And here is another. Okay. I have noted down some of the key shlokas. Please take a screenshot. Oh. And then okay, right. So now I will read out these shlokas and hopefully we would have then taken the sar out, because in the Uttara Gita itself Krishna says Ananta Shastram Bahuvedittavyam Alpascha Kalam Bahavascha Vignaha Yat Sarabhutam Tadupasitavyam Hamso Yada Kshiramivambu Mishram. Ananta Shastram. You cannot empty the ocean with a teaspoon or a bucket or a ladle or even if you get a tanker. Sanatana Dharma, we have lakhs of Shastras and lakhs of mantras also. Manu says, Saptakoti Mahamantra Chitta Vibhrama Karaka Eka Eva Paro Mantram Rama Ityakshara Dvayam. Just say Ram Ram, Ram Ram. Saptakoti Mahamantra Chitta Vibhrama Karaka. They will only give you a migraine and confuse you fully. Eka Eva Paro Mantram. Just one mantra is there. Rama Ityakshara Dvayam. Just two. And Shankaracharya also, I think you remember that shloka. Maybe I will recollect that and let you know. Ananta Shastram Bahu Veditavyam. There is so much to learn. Alpascha Kalam. Alpascha Kalu. Hardly any time. You never know when you are going to kick the bucket. This could be my last day. Hopefully, I hope to live for another. I'm 61. I hope to live for another 20 years and do some useful work. But I never know. Therefore, this could be my last day. So I should finish this, damn it. Try to do all the work that you can do. Say sorry to whomsoever you have offended. And say thank you to all who have done you some favor. Because you never know. You may not be alive tomorrow to say this. Let this sink in. And many young people, tend to think that they still have a long time to go. In the Yaksha Prashnas, Yaksha asked Dharmaraja, what is the most astonishing thing out of the 124 questions? What is the most astonishing thing? Dharmaraja said, Every minute people die. But the others think that they have a long time to go. They feel like settling down. సెటిల్ అయిపోదాం అనుకుంటూ ఉంటారు. అరే కుछ भी नहीं रे. Even an old man will die, a young child will die, teenager will die. You never know who's going to die, when and at what time. Perfectly normal people die. And people with all diseases, papi chirayu. This fellow will live. So live with the thought that today could be your last. But hope to live for 100 years. कुर्वन्नेवेह कर्माणि जिजीविषेत् शतं समाः एवं त्वयि कुर्वन्नेवेह कर्माणि जिजीविषेत् शतं समाः. You should hope to live for 100 years. एवं त्वयि न अन्यथो अस्ति कर्म लिप्यते नरे. If you live like this and doing selfless action, then nothing will bind you. So, yatsara bhutam tadupasitavyam. Krishna is saying in the Uttara Gita, try to take the essence and keep moving. Don't try to memorize slokas. One or two, if you love them, you will end up memorizing, that's good. But do not waste time on things which, will only be obstacles. There is so much to learn. Quickly take the essence and keep moving. Be a karma yogi. Constantly innovate. Constantly try to find solutions for problems and be useful. Be a good human being of some use to others. Don't celebrate your birthday if you have not made a difference to anyone's life. People waste a lot of money celebrating birthdays. I ask them, why? What is the reason for celebrating your birthday? Tell me one good reason why we should celebrate your birthday. What good have you done? Have you wiped any tear off anybody's cheek? Have you made an honest difference to people's lives? No. Then we should be ashamed of your birth actually. Oh my God. That is very, very cynical. Okay, sorry. Okay. Then Uttara Gita, Krishna says, Atyanta malinam deho dehi atyanta nirmalaha ubhayor antaram jnatva Kasya shaucham vidhiyate. Who needs any further purification? This body is fundamentally impure, and the Jivatma which is there in every Atma is pure, purity personified. That means whether you are Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, Malecha, Muslim, Christian, name it. Whosoever. In fact, every animal. The Atma is pure. So that is purity personified. This is impurity personified. So there's no point in purifying this. There's no need to purify that. Krishna is therefore asking a rhetorical question. Whose purification do you want to undertake? Don't waste your time. This one shloka is sufficient to destroy that objection that Hinduism discriminates on the basis of caste. Krishna is clearly saying, Atyanta malinam deho dehi atyanta nirmala. The dehi is nirmala, devoid of all mal, devoid of all filth. It's purity. So whether you are an infidel who doesn't believe, we don't have such a word, malecha. Malecha means a person who doesn't accept the authority of the Bhagavad Gita or the Vedas. So these are barbarians. But even the barbarian, the consciousness in him is the dhatu. Krishna is there even in that fellow's body. Krishna is trying to help that rascal. That rascal doesn't understand. That is his problem. But we understand. That is why we do namaste. We see Rama in you. But if you act like a atatayinaha, then we know what to do with you also. Atatayinaha means a terrorist. Bhakta Tukaram said, he gave a definition of ahimsa. Killing a terrorist is ahimsa. What a wonderful statement, see? Because when you kill a terrorist, you have deprived that rascal of killing many others. So that is ahimsa. This is the correct definition of ahimsa. So, atyanta malinam deho dehi atyanta nirmalaha ubhayor antaram jnatva kasya shaucham vidhiyate. Next, Krishna says, listen to the shlokas, they are so simple. The Sanskrit is so simple. As you go on listening to my recordings, I'm not any scholar of Sanskrit, but I have now got working knowledge of Sanskrit. Eh? Yatra yatra mano yati tatra tatra param padam tatra tatra param brahma sarvatra samavasthitam. Wherever the mind of a wise man goes, he sees Krishna. In whosoever he meets, whatever he sees Krishna everywhere, Rama everywhere, Brahman, Krishna. Oh my God. So this drama is going on. This is how spiritual. Madbhakti yukto bhavanam punita. In the Uddhava Gita, Krishna says, this is Uttara Gita. Madbhakti yukto bhuvanam punita. My devotee purifies the whole world. Wow. What a great statement, isn't it? Be proud if you are a Krishna Bhakta. The other fellows are polluting. Of course, Rama and Krishna are the same, Shiva, Rama. Because if you study Bhagavad Gita, I don't have to explain all this. Vibhuti Yoga. All the gods in the Hindu pantheon are but manifestations of Krishna. Okay. So you can choose your Ishta Devata. Any. But once you understand Krishna, then you will not waste your time here and there. Yatra yatra mano yati tatra tatra param padam tatra tatra param brahma sarvatra samavasthitam. Okay, next. You see, Drishyante drushi rupani. This is another shloka. Drishyante drushi rupani, which means the world does not exist actually. It does not have any existence. It looks like it is real. Albert Einstein therefore said, reality is an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. Krishna says, the world has no existence except name and form. Nama rupamulu tappa. Drishyante drushi rupani gaganam bhati nirmalam. This phrase I love. Gaganam bhati nirmalam. Gaganam means sky. Bhati means like. Nirmalam, pure. That means a wise man, a Krishna Bhakta's mind will be like pure like the sky. And what is the implied meaning? The implied meaning is by just looking, he learns and understands everything through his intuition. Intuition that is developed because of Gita chanting, Gita study. Okay, Gaganam Bhati Nirmalam. Aham Nityaksharam Brahma. Param Vishnu, Vishnum Avyayam. And he realizes that I, Krishna, I am everywhere, immanent and transcendent, within and without. Okay. Drishyante drushirupani gaganam bhati nirmalam. Ratambara prajna. Yogis have that. One look at you, I know some people, but they don't want publicity. They will take one look at you and say many things about you, what you did and how you are suffering, what you should and what you should not do. You will be shocked. Study of Bhagavad Gita confers with this. Then, idam jnanam idam jneyam yatsarvam jnatumichhati. Idam jnanam idam jneyam yatsarvam jnatumichhati api varsha sahasrayuhu. Even if you live for 1,000 years, shastrantam na adhigacchati. Idam jnanam idam jneyam yatsarvam jnatumichha. If a person thinks that all this is knowledge and this is to be known, so much is to be known, then Krishna is saying, even if you live for 1,000 years, you will not see the end of the Shastras. That means we know less than 1% of 1 millionth of anything. Albert Edison, Thomas Alva Edison said that. So Krishna is also saying, don't waste your time. Take the Sara. Sara. Ananta Shastram Bahveditavyam Alpasya Kalam Bhavascha Vigna Yatsara Bhutam Tadupasitavyam Hamso Yada Kshiramivambu Mishram. Like a swan, like the spiritual swan, which can separate milk in a mixture of milk and water. The swan will take the milk and leave. So be like that. Don't waste your time memorizing shlokas and don't try to read everything. If somebody, a cow takes a lot of hay and gives you a glass of milk. Take the milk. Don't insist that I want to take all the hay myself. That's not worthwhile. Okay. Then again, Krishna says, what is the meaning? In this, the shloka, Krishna is saying, the Atma is the only indestructible one. Life is totally fugitive, transient, transitory, temporary. And you should be careful to escape, eschew, avoid the snares of the Shastras. This is Shastra Vasana. Rama uses the phrase Shastra Vasana in Muktikopanishad. That means some people take a pride in reading a lot of books, and they also claim, I have read 10,000 books, I have read 3,000 books. I won't name these people. I have lost count of how many books I have read. But that's not important. How many books you have read? Shastra Jalani. Vihaya Shastra Jalani. Krishna is saying. Rama said Shastra Vasana. Loka Vasana, Shastra Vasana, Deha Vasana. These three things you have to get rid of. Loka Vasana means the desire to be respected and become famous and enjoy celebrity status. So people want that. So Rama said, get rid of that. And Deha Vasana, that means treating the body as your identity and beautifying the body, taking care of the body, improving everything about the body. You are not the body, damn it. That's why Rama is saying, get rid of Deha Vasana and Shastra Vasana. 3 Vasanas. That means these are addictions actually. So, and Krishna says, worship the truth. And what is the truth? Who is the truth? Krishna is the truth. There's no higher truth than Krishna. The shloka is so interesting, so nice. Now that I have told you the meaning, you will be able to understand the Sanskrit very well. Vigneyo, akshara tanmatro. Vigneyo, understand. Akshara, indestructible. Tanmatro, the tanmatra, the what resides inside the body, the Atma. Know that to be indestructible. Jivitam chapi chanchalam. Life is very, very fugitive, fugacious, transient, transitory, evanescent, ephemeral, temporary, momentary, passing. That is why Buddha also, last instruction of Buddha. What was the last instruction? Everything composite will decay. Work out your own salvation. Which means don't follow me. My classes will not be suitable for you. Everything will decay. Everything composite will decay. The Atma is elemental, so it will not decay. Work out your own salvation. That's what Buddha said. That means he said, don't follow me. But people have made statues and started following me. Okay. So Buddha we will discuss some other time. I already discussed Buddha. So I have a serious problem with Buddha. I hope someday I will meet him and have a discussion with him also. Jivitam chapi chanchalam. Vihaya Shastra Jalani. Get rid of the snares. Moha Kalilam. Krishna uses the phrase Moha Kalilam in the Bhagavad Gita. Yadate Moha Kalilam. Buddhir Vyatitarishyati. Tada Gantasi Nirvedam. Shrotavyasya Shrutasya cha. Once you get out of this Moha Kalilam, the marsh of delusion, the mire of delusion, then all those things that you have been listening to, there's a lot of trash people talk. You will be able to get over that. And even those things that in future you will listen to, that will not bother you. That's Krishna saying in the Bhagavad Gita. He used the phrase Moha Kalilam. Here he is using the phrase Vihaya Shastra Jalani. Shastra ka jal hai ye. जाल में फंस गया तू. जाल में नहीं फंसना. शास्त्र के जाल में नहीं फंसना. जाल में अगर नहीं फंसना, कृष्ण के पैर के पास आ जाना. कहते हैं, if a fisherman is trying to catch fish and he throws a net, the smart fish comes close to the feet of the fisherman, because at the feet of the fisherman there is no net. So the others who are trying to escape, they will get caught in the net. So come to the feet of Sri Krishna and you will not be caught by the world. Nice analogy. Vihaya Shastra Jalani Yat Satyam Tad Upasyatam. Yat Satyam Tad Upasyatam. I'll read it again quickly for you. Vigneyo Akshara Tanmatro Jivitam Chapi Chanchalam Vihaya Shastra Jalani Yat Satyam Tad Upasyatam. Okay, the next one. You have already taken a screenshot. Okay. Akashasya Guna Shabdo. Nishabdam Brahma Uchyate. Nishabdam Brahma Uchyate. Silence is the nature of the Supreme Reality. Okay? The sky inheres, sound inheres. Akashic records are there. Every word that we utter is recorded. The thoughts of the rishis are recorded. Akashic records. You can tap into that with intuition. You can Anantavai Veda. Veda has not. It is not completed. It's not a book that is published. Vedas are not books. They are spiritual laws. You can tap into it. You can see. You can become a mantra drashta. So, Akashasya Guna Shabdo. Sound. For sound to pass through, you need Akasha. But Nishabdam Brahma Uchyate. Anahatanada. You see, Krishna mentions Anahatanada also. Brahman is soundless. Anahatanada means unstruck sound. That is, percussion means when you strike something. If you take a conch shell and listen, there will be the sound of Om or the sound of ocean, and beyond that is the sound of Om. NASA scientists said that from the center of the sun also, the sound resembles Om. In outer space, the sound is Om. Okay. If you do Yoni Mudra, you know what is Yoni Mudra? Very simple. With both your fingers, you just have to close the mouth. 2 fingers for the nose, 2 for the eyes, and the thumbs you can put in the ears, like this. Once you close all the senses, then you can hear the Anahatanada. You can hear Om. Pranavas Sarva Vedeshu. Om is nothing but Krishna. Krishna's impersonal form is Om. Pranavas Sarva Vedeshu. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that. So, Nishabdam Brahma Uchyate. In the silence, you can enjoy the company of Krishna. Okay, next one. Yogamruta rasam pitva vayubhaksha sada sukhi. Yogamruta rasam pitva. That means if you are practicing the Patanjali Yoga and also regularly drinking in the nectar of Bhagavad Gita, then Yogamruta rasam pitva. You are drinking the nectar. Yogamruta rasam pitva vayubhaksha sada sukhi. Vayubhaksha does not mean you have to eat air. It means a light meal. Like I already told you, light meals, no heavy meals. We are all dietetic sinners, we are all gustatory sinners. Beyond the teenage, the body uses only 5% of the food that you put into it. But still we are hogging, consuming large quantities, not necessary. Consume very less actually. Vayubhaksha sadasukhi. Yamam abhyasate nityam samadhir mrutyunashakaha. If you follow Yama, Yama means sense control. Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. Ashtanga Yoga. So you follow that, you study about that and do that. Samadhir Mrutyunashaka. Once you enter into the state of Samadhi, that means not sitting somewhere and idling, you become a Karma Yogi. Because the Karma Yogi is always immersed in Krishna Tattva. He looks like he is very busy. He is busy, he is working also. But his mind is yoked to Krishna. That is true Samadhi. Next sloka. So you want me to read that? Yogamruta rasam pitva vayubhaksha sada sukhi yamam abhyasate nityam samadhir mrutyunashakaha. Next. Mukha nasikayor madhye मुखनासिकयोर मध्ये प्राण संचरते सदा आकाशः पिबते प्राणः सजीवः केन जीवति. Krishna is asking a rhetorical question. See, the prana is moving up and down between the nose and the mouth. If the akasha sky drinks that, then who lives? Krishna is asking. In asking that question, Krishna is providing the answer. The Jivan Mukta is no longer alive in the sense of the world. He is alive to a higher reality, though he looks like he is alive. Okay, so that is the meaning. And in this, actually, there is Krishna is actually talking about Hamsa mantra. Every time you exhale, hum. Every time you inhale, it is so. 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 When you inhale, it is so. And when you exhale, it becomes hum. So, that means I am he. So, he, hum, I. And this is called Hamsa Mantra, this is called Hamsa Vidya, this is called Ajappa Gayatri. It is said that nearly 21,600 times in a day, all human beings are doing Ajappa Gayatri, Hamsa Mantra, including the Blechas. So, hum. When you inhale, it is so, and when you exhale, it becomes hum. And once you become a Jivan Mukta, I believe the pattern reverses, because Kundalini Shakti will arise because of the study of Gita. And then it will become hum so, hum so, hum so. Inhaling hamsa, hum, exhaling sa. That means I am he. So it just reverses. Well, that is an esoteric concept, which basically means you become more assertive in your identity with Krishna. Mukha nasikayor madhye prana sancharate sada akasha pibate prana sajiva kena jivati. Who lives? He is alive, but he is actually liberated already. And next, one more shloka. Tailadhara, tailadharam mivachinna. Tailadharam mivachinna. That means the incessant flow of oil. If you pour oil from one vessel to another, there will be no break in the flow. That should be your dedication to Krishna, being in Krishna consciousness. Okay, totally yoked. Dirgha ghanta ninadavat, like the reverberation of reverberating of the toll of a bell. పెద్ద గంటని టంగ్ అని కొట్టామనుకో, టంగ్, the reverberation will be there. Like that, Krishna Japa should be going on. You should be living, internalizing the Gita. Dirgha ghanta ninadavat, avachyam pranavasyagram. Avachyam, because the higher truth is not reachable using words or the mind. Yastam veda savedavit. He who knows me as Omkara, he is the knower of the Vedas. Okay. Then last, I think this is the last. This is the summary. I have taken out the important shlokas. Krishna calls us, all Jivatmas, as Kaki Mukham. In Telugu, Kaki means a crow. Mukham means face. So Krishna is saying that we are all crow-faced? No. That is what that rascal Amir Khusru said. Amir Khusru is credited with having invented the sitar. Amir Khusru was a court poet in Bahadur Shah Zafar's court. And he wrote that conversion song, Chap Tilak Sab Chini Re Mose Naina Milaike. That means he has converted the women. They have taken out the chap and tilak and even the men, and they have converted to Islam. And many Sufi singers are singing, and many gullible Hindus are thinking this is a nice song. This is actually a conversion song written by Amir Khusru. And Amir Khusru called Hindus crow-faced. Kauye hai sale. Crow-faced Hindus. So he had some. And Amir Khusru, let's not get into that now. He had a different relationship with his, what do you call, all those chistis are there. So watch the movie Chistis. Many Hindus are going there and giving chaddar. Chalo, let's not get into that. Kaki Mukham. But Krishna says, Ka means happiness, Aka means unhappiness. Okay? We are all possessors of both, therefore we become Kaki. And Mukha, the face is reflected in the mirror. The mirror is avidya. Okay? And Jiva is the reflection. Okay? So this is a deeply esoteric sloka. Mukha is the face. Here it means Mukha means Krishna. If you can see Krishna everywhere instead of the creation, then you are seeing the truth. So, Kaki Mukham. Kaki Mukham. So, all faces are his faces. Okay. All faces are his faces. In fact, he is the artist. He has designed your face and designed my face. Acha, we earned this face. We earned this body. But when you earn, somebody has to make the product. Na? So he has made. All faces are his faces. Huh? So that is Uttara Gita summary for you. I hope you enjoyed listening to me. So this is the Sara of Uttara Gita. Because in Uttara Gita, Krishna clearly says, don't waste your time trying to memorize everything, read too much. Take the Sar, take the essence and keep moving. Life is too short. We have to earn a lot of money in order to do dharma karyas. Without money, if some fool tells you that money is not necessary for happiness, he is an idiot, he doesn't have money. And he doesn't know what to do with money. Okay, dharmartha kama moksha. Rama also says in Ramayana, a person who is living only for one or two of the purusharthas, either for arthakama, satisfying desires and earning money. He is like a fool sleeping on the edge of the branch of a tree. He will fall any minute. So, arthakama are essential. Vidyadadati vinayam, vinayadyati patratvam, patratva dhanamapnoti, dhana dharma tata sukham. Without dhanam, you cannot do any dharma karya. So, we must earn money. Veda also says, kushalanna pramaditavyam, bhutyaina pramaditavyam, swadhyaya pravachanabhyam, na pramaditavyam. You should learn and teach. You should swadhyaya pravachanabhyam, na pramaditavyam. And in 18th chapter, Krishna says, that those who teach Bhagavad Gita are my favorite devotees. And those who teach, those who study, and those who listen are all guaranteed moksha. So these are all some fundamental principles in the Uttara Gita. We have finished listening to the Sar. Jai Shri Ram. Hare Krishna.